real fallacy that there's this alleged lack of transparency when it comes to Doge. Before it was Elon Musk making our government efficient and accountable, it was some unnamed bureaucrat that none of you knew.
Period. Shots fired.
As for the actual receipts, we are happy to provide them, and I actually brought some today.
Hello.
They're orchestrating a hostile takeover of government and doing it in a non-transparent way.
No. Where are my tax dollars going? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Right Point of View YouTube channel with your favorite host, Ashley, and I'm back with another reaction video. And this one is on Press Secretary Karoline. Wow, what a woman, guys. I just think, like, shame on The View for ever trying to comment as if to say just because she's good looking, which she is, she has this position, because that is absolutely not the case. And I think she has proven that over and over and over again. But I want to highlight this latest press conference she's just done. Actually, I think it was released today. Absolutely amazing in the way she responds to the media, and just how, you know, just the hypocrisy around everybody's up in arms about Elon Musk and what he's doing and controlling the funds. And did y'all feel that way when it was somebody else, somebody you didn't know, somebody you had no idea about? You don't even know who that person really is. He's out on the front lines, on the forefront, sharing the information that everybody wants to know. Where are my tax dollars going? You feel me? So let's jump right into this and see what Karoline has to say.
Ready? JJ.
On Doge and the fraud claims, Elon Musk in the Oval yesterday gave us some information on that. We're just wondering if there's some proof, evidence. Is the White House willing to share evidence of those fraud claims, or can Elon Musk come to the briefing room and share material evidence of what he's talking about?
Sure, I would love for Elon Musk to come to the briefing room. That's why we had him go to the Oval Office yesterday, where I think he provided great answers. He was speaking in layman's terms, speaking common sense to all of you in the media, but also to Americans at home. But I would say especially to all of you in the media, because I think it's a real fallacy that there's this alleged lack of transparency when it comes to Doge. President Trump and Elon Musk have been incredibly transparent on what Doge is doing. There is an X account with the Doge handle. They are tweeting out what they are doing on a daily basis. They have a website where they are posting the receipts of the contracts that they are reviewing and the payments that they have stopped from going out the door. The secretaries of our departments have stopped from going out the door. And I would also say that before it was Elon Musk making our government efficient and accountable, it was some unnamed bureaucrat that none of you knew. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He's also now one of the most highly scrutinized men in the world alongside President Trump because of what he's doing and the access that he is allowing. So there's great transparency.
Period. Shots fired. The hypocrisy needs to be stopped. You guys, all of a sudden, Elon is under a microscope because he is exposing he is being as transparent as they can be. You have never seen anything like this before. So much so, all of this ridiculous spending has been going on right under Americans' noses because there hasn't been transparency. And for the first time, somebody in government is saying, look at what you guys are spending and where it's being spent and on what it's being spent on. You know what I mean? Hello. How much more transparency do you need? They are literally stopping the flow of this cash going to ridiculous causes that have absolutely nothing to do with the betterment of Americans. And she just presented that beautifully. I respect and like this girl so much. I hope you guys are loving her too. It has been amazing to watch her. She is on fire. 26 years old, guys. If only, you know, many of us, myself included, could be this crazy successful and intelligent, and just the wherewithal she has in her role at 26 years old. Honestly, she's like the white version of Candace Owens or something. Like, she is just like, wow. Never seen anything like it. Love her so much. Keep doing what you're doing, girl. We'll listen to the last bit here and
As
wrap
for the
it up.
actual receipts, we are happy to provide them, and I actually brought some today because all of you know I love to bring the receipts. We have contracts upon contracts that we can send and provide this information to you. Let me be very clear. We are not trying to hide anything. We have been incredibly transparent, and we will continue to be. These are screenshots of contracts that DOJ found across our government. This is a DEI contract, $36,000 for U.S. citizenship and immigration services. That is against the president's policies and his America First agenda. This is a $3.4 million contract, a Council for Inclusive Innovation at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, Department of Commerce.
What does that even mean? U.S. innovation, blah, blah. Like, what? $3 million+ on something we don't even know what the hell it is? Unless y'all do. If you do, tell me in the comments, because ridiculous. And I'm going to do a video on Canada next because honestly, crazy. And then one of the things I saw is like $3 million+ on a comic book for transgenders in Peru. Like, excuse me? There was no water in the fire hydrants in LA just a month ago, a few weeks ago. And you guys have money to be spending all over, poking your nose around other people's democracy and can't even make sure, excuse me, your reservoirs are full? Stop this right now. It is madness.
Another DEI contract that DOJ identified. I can continue to go through these. Oh, I love this one. $57,000 for climate change in Sri Lanka. What is this doing to continue the interests of the American people? Absolutely nothing. These are the line items across the federal government that DOJ is identifying daily. They're moving very fast. There's a lot of paper that we can show you, but we're happy to do it. This administration has been more than transparent about what DOJ is doing. And here's one of their tweets that they posted about the mine. I believe this is in Pennsylvania, where the federal employee retirement system is being processed. Did anybody know this was even happening in our country before Elon Musk talked about it in the Oval Office yesterday? A lot of Americans didn't. So we are providing transparency and accessibility on a daily basis when it comes to DOJ. And I also have a DOJ daily report, if anybody would like it, on all of the things that they are identifying and finding. We're happy to provide this information to you. We're talking about it every single day.
Exactly. Very, very good, girl. Very, very good. She's just like, shut up, media. You're dead wrong. They're always trying to get this gotcha moment, and she ain't having it. This beautiful Christian woman, you can see it. Poise, class, just love it. And on that note, we'll also get into a quick clip about Elon and what she's actually talking about in what he addressed in the Oval Office yesterday. Let's get into it.
Your detractors, Mr. Musk.
I do what?
Including a lot of Democrats.
I have detractors?
You do, sir.
I don't believe it.
Say that you're orchestrating a hostile takeover of government and doing it in a non-transparent way. What's your response to that criticism?
Well, first,
again, going back this non-transparent way, like let the Elon Musk himself speak.
well, you couldn't ask for a stronger mandate from the public. The public voted. We have a majority of the public voting for President Trump. We won the House. We won the Senate. The people voted for major government reform. And a lot of times, people, they don't get what they voted for. But in this presidency, they are going to get what they voted for. And that's what democracy is all about.
Mr. Musk, the White House says that you will identify and excuse yourself from any conflicts of interest that you may have. Does that mean that you are, in effect, policing yourself? What are the checks and balances that are in place to ensure that there is accountability and transparency?
Well, we actually are trying to be as transparent as possible. In fact, we post our actions to the Doge handle on X and to the Doge website. So all of our actions are maximally transparent. In fact, I don't think there's been, I don't know of a case where an organization has been more transparent than the Doge organization. And the kind of things we're doing are, I think, very, very simple and basic. These are not individual judgment decisions. These are about simply having sensible checks and balances in the system itself to ensure that taxpayer money is spent well. So it's got nothing to do with, like, say, a contract with some company of mine at all.
Exactly. And they continue to want to beat this point down and paint him in a light. And listen, I don't know Elon. I don't know, I've seen other things about him in his personal life and stuff like that, and I don't agree with everything. But we cannot deny that what we're seeing in terms of what the Americans voted for and what they promised, they are making good on that promise, and they are exposing the darkness within the federal government. And that is a fact.
There is a conflict of interest when it comes to you yourself. For instance, you've received billions of dollars in federal contracts. When it comes to the Pentagon, for instance, which the president I know has directed you to look into.
Yeah.
Are you policing yourself in that? Is there any sort of accountability check and balance in place that would provide any transparency for the American people?
Well, all of our actions are fully public. So if you see anything, you say like, wait a second, hey, Elon, that seems like maybe that's, there's a conflict there. It's not like people are going to be shy about saying that. They'll say it immediately.
Including you yourself.
Yes. But transparency is what builds trust, not simply so.
He's saying, lady, even if it's myself, I'm posting it all. You're going to see it all. And if you have a problem with it, check it, okay? I don't know how I actually necessarily feel about that. But we'll have to see, y'all. Because, going back to the press secretary's previous point is, y'all didn't know shit before. So you didn't know what Elon was doing, nor any other contractors or anything else like that within the federal government. So now, whether Elon is policing himself or not, everything is up for grabs. Everything is being put out there. You know what I mean? Which is way more than you guys got prior to this administration. So let's just count our blessings and keep this train moving. You know what I mean?
Somebody asserting trust. So not somebody saying they're trustworthy, but transparency, so you can see everything that's going on.
Exactly.
And then you can see, am I doing something that benefits one of my companies or not? It's totally obvious.
Exactly.
And if we thought that, we would not let him do that segment or look in that area if we thought there was a lack of transparency or a conflict of interest.
Fair enough. And there was a clip, they didn't show it, of course, because ABC, but there was a part where he was also saying, I'm going to look into why some of these governmental officials who come into their positions walk away or end up over time becoming multimillionaires when they maybe get like $170K for a salary. Where is that money coming from? How do you just become a millionaire when you're like Congress or a senator or whatever the case is, when you kind of have like a very basic salary? Where is that money coming from? And he said he's going to look into it. And I think he should, because that happens far too often. You have 170K salary, yet you, in a couple of years in office or in your position, you make multi-millions? How? Who did you shake hands with? Who did you do a deal with? What's going on there? And I think that should be looked into. But anyways, love to know your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about all of this? What do you think about the press secretary? Isn't she amazing? Or do you think she's doing too much? Because I think she's amazing. What do you think about Elon Musk? What are your opinions on Elon Musk and all the actions he's taking? And do you think the Americans are getting what they voted for? You let me know in the comment section. Do remember to like this video, comment below, and I will see you on the next one.